Hello, hello, everybody, everybody. What's cracking? What's happening? What's going on? How is everybody doing? Guys, people of the sea, and people of everywhere. Sometimes in life, real talk right here. Guys, you're going to be hearing me saying sometimes in life. So if you are like, you're constantly repeating yourself, I just want you to know, yes, I'm constantly repeating myself because this is real talk right here. So yeah, thank you for joining anyways, if you do stay. Also, it is daylight. I was off yesterday. However, I had to work in the morning, so I had to get up so early. Oh, y'all know I hate getting up early. But so I decided to make my live stream today. Tomorrow I'll go in early too. So maybe, just maybe, I'll do another live tomorrow. Maybe. Hello, hello, Huey. Where you been? I've been here, there, everywhere, and I noticed that you commented on Claudia's live stream, and I was actually in there. I don't even know if my thing popped up, like my comment. But yeah, I'm still doing live streams, and I'll do different topics. Today's topic is going to be sometimes in life. So it's just a whole bunch of random real talk stuff that I vent out and I talk about stuff. But yeah, thank you for joining, and don't forget to hit the little itty bitty like button on the little bottom. Like you can't barely see it, it's so small. But yeah, so real talk right here. Sometimes in life, we're gonna start with this one because this is a big one. This is everybody knows. Sometimes in life, you get people in and out your life, in and out. This is a major one right here because every once in a while you'll have friends and like meet people, and then they come in and then they come out. They come in and out your life, or you constantly stay friends. Sometimes people be friends for a very very long time, and they keep that relationship, they keep that bondship. But sometimes in life, they call it friends come and go quotation. And I made a live stream about this a while back. Yes, friends do come and go, but also life does get in the way. Oh my goodness, something's going on. So life does get in the way of you meeting and greeting friends and stuff. However, whoever you meet in real life, in person, they're gonna make an impact on you as well as you're gonna make an impact on them. Meaning, you're gonna make memories with them. You're gonna bond with them. You're gonna have a lot of time with them, and it don't matter if it's your coworker or anything. But saying people that come in and out your life, it's for a good cause to me. To me, when I see someone coming in my life, I'm all like, yeah, I don't like new people to come in my life because I'm like, I already had a whole bunch of people hurt me, and I just talked about this the last live stream. If you haven't watched that video, it was a very dramatic live stream that I kind of needed to vent out. But and in key factors, when dealing with other people, you're dealing with their personality. So sometimes in life you get a good personality. Sometimes in life you get a bad personality. Sometimes in life you'll get a naughty personality, like people doing bad things, too bad, just doing bad things. Like you get all kind of the aspects. And then they say that some people say you choose your friends wisely. Sometimes that works, sometimes that doesn't, because you cannot control who is going to come your way. I can't control who's going to like me, who's not going to like me. Like, we meet. Sometimes in life, you meet a person that is completely opposite of you, and you don't even like each other, but then now you have a, what do you call it, experience. Let's just say it like that. Sounds weird, but you have an experience that you have, that like that person has that same rhythm. Like, it's very hard to like say. Hello, hello, welcome in. But yeah, so sometimes in life we'll get that friendship, that bondship. Sometimes we don't. Sometimes your friends actually do turn into enemies, and something happens between y'all. Whether if it's your significant other, don't like the friend, like there's a whole bunch. And also sometimes in life, again, you're gonna hear me repeat myself, and I'm gonna be a little bit longer. Also, there's a kid outside playing ball. Let me go get my car keys, because y'all know me, I don't like kids. Just gotta take precaution. I see him in the distance, but hopefully he stays that way where I can see him. All right, where were we? Oh, okay. So sometimes in life, you have a son or a daughter. I'm not saying that you're going to have a son or you're going to have a daughter, but sometimes in life, people have sons and daughters and whatnot, right? You could be a protective parent all you want. You could, fight for your child all you want. But sometimes in life, you don't know, you do not know what they like or they love. So that kind of sounds weird, but a lot of relationships end because their parents don't like the person that you chose, the person that you love, but your parents don't like, or your family doesn't like them. Now, don't get me wrong, not all families are like that. Not all families are like that, but some people, some families are like that. And it could be weird in a situation where you're in a relationship and you're trying to go out to eat, or you're going out to eat, and then like y'all just don't compose, or you'll get into an argument and whatnot. So sometimes in life, your family, your relatives, whoever don't like your significant other, and that's understandable because they're being protective. They're like, you like her, like maybe she or him, he's not that great or whatnot. And it's clearly understandable to me and my part. I, for instance, like me, almost similar to me, where my ex is, his some of his family didn't like me, and my family liked him. So it's just like, one of those. So sometimes in life that will happen. Occasionally you will get into a fight. There's many couples that are like, don't talk to my mom that way, or they have like relationship problems of their own. Like they haven't really got, I don't know, they haven't really got forwards with it. And then if you're a husband and wife, of course, sometimes in life, if you actually marry someone that it's weird, I know, but sometimes in life, you marry someone that your parents don't like or your family doesn't like. I don't know why. I don't. Sometimes they throw something at you that y'all won't work. I'm not saying superstitious or anything like that, but they just throw that energy where it's like y'all not gonna work out, and you're not gonna work out or whatnot. It's weird. Hold on, this kid is over here. I better go back inside. I'm trying to do my live stream. But yeah, sometimes in life that will happen. Oddly enough, I know about some of the situation. Here's another one too. I'm trying to stay on the rhythm of that flow. Sometimes in life, guys, you hold dear deepest to whoever. I'm just gonna reference a mother and a father. You know, some people really, really grow close, a big bondship from their parents, and when that happens, and their parents all of a sudden, pass away, that's where it hurts the most. So sometimes in life, this the grief, guys. I cannot talk about it enough. Whenever I see someone grieving, and sometimes in life you get those encounters where I know many results over here. Sounds bad, but I know many people, many outcomes people have gone through. Some people know how to cope with grief, some people don't. Some people mistakenly have their heart really broken on anything, like not just your parents, but someone close to you, your friend or whatnot. Some people grieve in different types of ways. Like I said, I touched base about this on my last season, I believe, about grieving. And I just want you to know that a lot of people go through that. A lot of people go through that. Grieving, sometimes in life, you have to stick it to the man. You really do, and it's hard, I know. And I feel so bad for people that can't. Their mindset, like, since they're in a loophole where it's like, I made memories with my dad, I made memories with my mom, and now she's gone, and now I'm going to do it myself, and I'm just gonna end myself. And it's all like, look, there's more to life, and it goes on. Your parents or whoever that passed away, sometimes in life we do need to cry about it, but we cannot grieve every single day about it. We have to pick ourselves up. We have to understand that that's how life is. Real talk. Sometimes in life people pass away that you are very close to. Like, there's been tragic accidents too. Like, it doesn't have to be cancer. It doesn't have to be. Sometimes it's just a tragedy. Like, they got. I don't know how to sound wrong, but let's say they got into a bad car accident and they're no longer living on this earth. Like, it could be anything. Sometimes you could step on something, or you could be sleeping. You get pew pewed. You never know, guys. So, and it's the craziest things about those kind of moments. Sometimes in life, you start thinking about the last moment you spent with that person. The last moment, guys. Sometimes in life, people really, really do. They're like, oh my God, the last time we did this, the last time, we did that. And it's all like, I just want everybody to know, I say this a lot, but appreciate life, guys. I understand how bad and how hurt you feel that someone, is gone out of your life, is no longer living on this earth. I understand that. But there's times where you gotta move on. Sometimes you just gotta kick yourself in the butt and you gotta keep going. It's hard. Don't get me wrong, but sometimes in life you do have to pick yourself up and tell yourself and speak to yourself that you're going to be okay, that you're the seed of the future of what they wanted you to be. A lot of people, a lot of people, they're like, oh, my mom, she always wanted to go to, let's just say, New York City. She never got the chance to. And it makes you sad because there's people that talk about going somewhere and they give you that memory. They give you that sometimes in life, people give you that memory. They're like, oh, I want to go to the Bahamas and stuff. And then all of a sudden, they're no longer living on this earth. Now you're thinking about that last time that you said, man, the person never ever went to go to the Bahamas, never went to New York City, like never explored. And that goes to another clause as well. I'm kind of jumping around, but this is what I'm saying. Sometimes in life, guys, we have to enjoy our life, right? I understand there's bills. I understand that maybe you got kids or whatnot, but sometimes we do need to enjoy ourselves, enjoy life. There's people out there that believe this. Well, it's kind of mixed emotions, but hold on. Okay, so I don't know the majority. I know. I don't know if you know, but the majority of people on this earth right now, they want to explore the world. They want to go jet skiing. They want to go snowboarding. They want to go to Colorado. They want to go to Japan, which is the number one place that people want to go to is Japan, Tokyo, and there's a whole bunch of other stuff. But some people want to explore like that, and they're like, I want to live my life by exploring, by going out. And it's funny too because I believe what got me to that to that mindset was my dad was saying something about, man, all people want to do is explore and blah 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 blah. And it's all like sometimes in life, that's how people set a goal in life. Believe it or not. And as weird as it sounds, some people put a goal in life that they want to explore here and there. It might not be for me, it might not be for you, but some people it works for them. So I myself could care less. Sure, I would like to adventure out. Sure, I would like to do that. But at the time, right now, not so much. But you gotta understand, sometimes in life, people put that aspect in life and they ponder about it and they think that's, um, I don't know, it sounds bad, but they think it's the meaning of life is to explore. Kind of sounds bad because maybe somebody will attack me for that, but the meaning of life doesn't have to do with exploring. The meaning of life, yes, you can explore the world, but the meaning of life, we still don't understand because a lot of humans, they haven't got to that point. But you gotta find it within yourself. You gotta find it within yourself. I can't tell you the meaning of life is have kids. Well, get a boyfriend, get married, have two kids, and have a house, and have all that gloriousness, whatever you call it. I can't say that because people like for me, I'm living on my own. I feel peace. I feel okay. I don't really care for a relationship at the moment, right now, but it's like I found my self intuition And sometimes in life, you do need to figure that out. We do not know the meaning of life until we figure out and we look at ourselves and, let's just say, self reflect. I call it, this is a weird quote, but the mirror is attached to the wall. So, what does that mean? It's a good meaning. You gotta let it sink in there. The mirror is attached to the wall. What's behind the wall? What's in front of the mirror? But yeah, just leave it like that. But yeah, so guys, you need to really, really, a lot of people need to focus on themselves. I did mention this in the past about toxic relationships and stuff. A lot of people cannot, sometimes in life, guys, sometimes in life, people cannot see past a toxic relationship, or they can't get away from it because they do want that in they want that feeling. It's weird feeling. It is a weird feeling. I have went through it, and I know that feeling, and I didn't like it, and I don't like that feeling. Like, you gotta get out of it, and some people can. Some people just go into the loop, and I understand, you know, people that don't want to get out of a toxic relationship. That's very understandable. But sometimes you got to do it for the growth and development of yourself. That's the way I see it. Yeah, sometimes in life that will happen. Sometimes in life, let's see. There's a lot. There's a lot. Like, for instance, I don't want to make it sound so bad, but let's say having a grudge on someone or disliking what they said, hating what they said, quotation, let's just say being mad at someone too. You know, some people have it in their heart to let that stuff go. There's some religious out there, I can't name it here, but there's some religious that they forgive and forget. Some people don't forgive and forget. The reason why I say a lot of people, maybe including myself, but I will forgive in time, but I will never forget because that moment happened. Oh, there goes Grover. So it's kind of hard to explain, but a lot of people do, they don't know how to they don't know how to cope with that. Like, yeah, it's kind of sticky. It is kind of sticky because a lot of people are like, well, just forgive them. Like, you forgive and forget. Well, you're not gonna get that trauma out of your head. First of all, you're just not gonna get that trauma out of your head. However, like for instance, my last session, I said a lot. There's somebody's children. I said a lot. I needed to be said, and I pondered about it. You know, this person is the first person that basically hurt me in a very, 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 very long time. And I wanted to ghost this person for like a month. See if I could do it. But then, this is where you say, sometimes in life could be cut short. I know maybe he didn't mean to. I know that things were mixed emotions. I know the circumstances that we had. But I was like, if I ignore him for a month, it'll be next year. And I know he has little goals of next year, 2026. So, I was like, Life is too short for all that. Life is too short for you to be mad at someone X amount of days. Like, I mean, well, a month or so, or two months or so, or years. Like, life is too short for that. And you can say or call it what you want, forgive and forget, whatever you call it. But the memory is still gonna be there, still gonna ponder. But you know what? It grows a bondship more. Like, you went through something tough. You didn't like that person the way they said that, and then you're growing stronger if you do talk to them. So it's kind of hard to explain. Hello, hello, welcome in. But that's the way I feel. Life is too short. We don't know what's gonna happen the next day or the other. You don't know when a tragedy is gonna happen. You don't know what's gonna happen with them. Speak to them, talk to them. How would I say this? Communicate. That's the best thing I could tell you. If you had a heated argument with someone, and you're like literally a heated argument between your mom, your dad, your grandma, your grandparents, your significant other, a friend, your cousin. If you have that heated argument, be mad at a certain point, be angry at a certain point. Yeah, there's certain things. Sometimes in life, there's certain things that people do that will be like, that's unforgivable. But sometimes in life, you just got to sit back and look at it, look at the big picture, and see that life is a little bit too short to be being angry so long for this person. I know a lot of sisters too. There's so many sisters out there that hold a grudge between each other because, oh, maybe they slept with their significant other, or they slept with their boyfriend, or they slept with their girlfriend. Like, it has to do with a lot of sticky stuff. Like, that's what I call sticky stuff. Like when they're cheating, or something like that of that nature. That's really sticky stuff. Huey was here, so I'm gonna make the live stream just 15 minutes longer. So I'll be making 45 minutes. So sometimes in life, guys, we need to forgive people at a certain extent. Accidents happen, guys. Sometimes in life, accidents happen. Oh, this kid's not playing ball again. But sometimes in life, guys, also, since I stared at Goguru, right, Goguru, oh my gosh. So I saw a TikTok. Well, I follow a TikToker on. She has, I don't know, three or four chinchillas. I just recently saw that one of them passed away, and it literally broke my heart because I have a chinchilla, and I'm all like, I don't know what I would, how would I feel when he's no longer here? How would I cope with that, as quotation, grief with that moment? So after I saw that, because I think the chinchilla died of cancer that was unknown. Just one day, fine. Next day, gone. And that's where you start being like, start appreciating them. No matter if it's an animal, but well, animals. Oh my goodness, what happened? I don't know what happened. Well, in my live, it just flipped all of a sudden. Maybe I had an incoming call. Maybe somebody was trying to call me or something. But appreciate the moment that you had with your dog, your cat, because they're only here for a little bit of lifespan, guys. I mean, a human can live up to 87, well, 80, 90, but some animals can live up to, not talking about reptiles, talking about animals, they can live up to 15, 13 years, if not 14. And some things like gerbils, hamsters, and stuff, they can live up to like 2 to 3 years. So appreciate those little moments that you have with them, and that's kind of like why I got Goguru for, because their lifespan is like 10 years to 11 years. So I'm all like, if not, but I'm all like, I appreciate the moment that I have with him, and that's what everybody should do with each other. Whenever I meet up with a friend, this is to be. Let me go empty my cup real quick. This is real talk right here as well. Sometimes this happens. All right. Sometimes in life, this is a big one. Right? Well, they're all pretty big. Big, big sometimes in life. Oh, and I forgot where's my water? It's over there. This kind of goes back to what I said earlier about people coming in and out your life. Whenever I hang out with people, I'm gonna put my water in my cup. Whenever I hang out with people, I cherish, no matter who it is, I cherish the moment. I cherish every single moment that we're together, because that person now, that is like, it's a memory for life. And if anything happens to us, them or me, at least we bonded with that memory. That's the way I feel. I don't know. A lot of people just like blow past it, like, oh, we chill, we hang out and stuff like that. Me, I take it every moment counts, and that's the way it should be. Whether it's a long time friend or someone you're hanging out with. Like, I've had many people come in my life. They stay for a short term and then they leave for unknown reasons. And when they leave for unknown reasons, it just builds me stronger. And sometimes in life, these people, like I said, it goes back to where it says earlier. Sometimes in life, people come in and out of your life, and I try my hardest to make an impact on their life, whether it's giving them a speech like I do here on my live streams, whether giving them real talk, real facts, key facts, financial advice, advice itself, life advice. I try my hardest to make that person feel a little bit more comfortable around me. Sure, I like to party. I like to do all that. That's just for fun, you know. But when it comes down to real talk, if they ever need, if Anybody ever needs to talk about anything, I'm all ears. I'm not going to interrupt you because a lot of people, when they hang out with you or whatnot, and they say that they're there for you, they start venting, and then all of a sudden you start talking about something else, and you venting at the same time they're venting, and like it doesn't work that way. Like, you have to sit down and listen. I personally love story times from other people. I love their experiences from other people or their previous experience right now in this life. Like sometimes in life, people have different types of experiences in their life, and I don't know. It just makes you a better, greater person if you just sit back and relax and talk and vent it out. I had one homie one time. He used to come to my apartment and he used to vent. I didn't do any live stream. I didn't do no podcast back then. But it's all like I just sit back and listen. And that's all it takes to be a good person. I can't say I'm a good friend, but I can say I'm a good person that it understands. If you're going through something, a divorce, a breakup, somebody passing away, whether it's your dog, your animal or person, a tragedy, you know, what they're going mentally, because a lot of people, sometimes in life, people, this is kind of hard to say, but sometimes in life, people do not like their body. This is a deep cut right there. The reason being is because I think I've mentioned this in the past, but your body structure, it sounds so bad, I know, but you can maintain your body structure as much as you want. You can work out as much as you want. You can, like I said, work out, exercise as much as you want. But that doesn't key in the factor that your body structure is the same as your family relatives. I've known way too many people already that try their hardest on dedicating themselves and their time to eat good, to exercise, and then all of a sudden they pick up a pizza and then they're back to square one. And their body, because their body shape is it's in your genes. It's in your genes. You can't control it. Like really can't control it. Some people they stay on that same habitat and stuff like that, but once times get rough or you hurt yourself, you break your ankle or something like that out of nature, you're out of commission, you can no longer exercise the way you are. Now your body structure is coming back to the regular form. Sounds bad, I know, but that's just key facts. But that's one thing too. Sometimes in life, people do not like their body structure, and then they end it all, and it sucks to see that because I know one of my cousins. He's a big bone body structure, and he cannot walk. His feet get swollen. Most of the time, these people can't walk. Their feet get swollen, and he's in so much pain. But he refuses to not stop eating the way he's eating. So you got bad habits with that. And again, it's your body structure. It's the way you are. People don't accept for who they are. It's kind of confusing, and then at the same time understanding. But sometimes in life that happens, guys. Sometimes in life as well, we're coming to a little bit end right here. But sometimes in life, we meet people that do not know how to manage money, guys. Oh, we get they like I don't know about you or anything else, but the the way I see it, a lot of people that don't know how to manage money is because they never had that money in them, or They never had education how to save, or they just constantly in a loop where they're like, I can't stop, I cannot save. Every time I save, something happens, and blah, blah. Because they're in that mindset. Again, that's your mindset. If you're going to keep getting in that loop where it's all like, I try saving, and then when I do save, that's when I need to take out my savings, and then I can't save at all. Well, again, you're in that mindset. Get out of that mindset. It's hard. It's hard. I know. Some people can't get away from, they say, well, right here, I'm going to insert this since I'm right here. They say that rich people are also in debt. Rich people have their own debts. Rich people take out loans, take out grants, loans, whatever you call them, credit cards. They took out all this. And they're in debt, so they're paying themselves back. And that's the life cycle. And a lot of, y'all believe me or not, but that's the life cycle of a lot of rich people. They'll take out a loan to pay for their house. They'll take out a loan to pay for the, because now that the bank sees them that they have money, they're going to pay them back. Okay, eventually they'll pay them back. You'll be surprised, guys. Rich people are also in debt. You don't want to believe me? That's totally on you. But I know what I'm talking about. And, yeah, it's not easy keeping a Lamborghini. Just gonna leave that there. But yeah, so a lot of people don't know how to, sometimes in life, a lot of people don't know how to manage money. And it makes sense because of what they're taught, what their lifestyle, what their thought processes. But yeah, sometimes in life, guys, real talk, guys. I always say, maybe people don't agree, but scars, kid, leave marks. Once you get a scar, like so deep, slash cut so deep, you might need stitches. If you don't get stitches, it's gonna leave a mark. So you make an impact on the world. You do what you can. Sometimes in life you just need to pick your head up and keep going forward. Keep swimming. Sometimes in life people need encouragement. Some people don't need encouragement. Some people don't want encouragement. Some people don't want advice. That's on them. They're in that mindset. I can't force someone to take my advice. I just can tell you that there's a lot of people out there that when they don't take it, either they lost an opportunity or they gained an opportunity. And like I always say, where are you going to go? Like, what path are you going to go to? The dark side or the light side? Most people will choose the light side because they think it's more brighter on the light side. People choose the dark side. It's not because it's in the dark and you're going to be feeling scared. Put yourself in the dark mindset sometimes. Get yourself up. Bring yourself up to yourself, your code, your standards. You're the ninja here in life. You take it. You smack, you be ninja over here. But yeah, so thank you, Huey, for joining this session with Sometimes in Life. I made the live stream a little bit longer. If I gave you good advice or you agree or disagree or anything like that, leave in the comment section down below. I would love to hear others as well, opinion. And let me know if you want to touch up on other subjects too, because I've been talking about a lot of deep conversation, real talk subjects. And if I put real talk with a period at the end, that means it's real talk. And, have an open mindset, guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for joining. Sometimes in live. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.